What is going on, fellow traders? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Wolf Den Trader Takeaways. It's Friday, baby, September 13th. What a week in small cap. Let me just say this. We had a record-breaking influx of volume and money, that cheddar cheese coming into small caps. That's right. Hopefully everyone's got their strategies down. Summer's over, baby. It's time to trade. It's time to get on point, and it's time to make that money. FRAN, CRAS, LCI, MTSL. With that, Rebecca, take us over to home screen. Thank you so much. Now, like we said, look at this monster right here, FRAN. Today is day 1, 2, 3, 4. This thing has just been pushing all week, minus Monday. It is a special retail, apparel retail, 3.056 million shares outstanding. Closing today at an amazing 55 million market cap. This thing market cap on Monday was like sub 10 million. I mean, this thing is just MVPH and up, baby. They're trying potentially everything I say in this video, guys, is please use responsibly. It's not intended for buying or selling. I'm just exchanging ideas, trying to get better every single day. It's a potential that these guys are trying to raise the MVPHS above 75 million so they can pull that IB5 or IB6 restriction. You know how they do it, and they can just dump. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, this thing does not need to be trading at $20. I know that. Let's take a look. You don't believe me? Let's take a look at the Jumbotron. Look at this thing. Here's a 3-year chart. You know how we like to do it on the volume profile. This thing's trading $265. Right here, my eyes are looking at this 1 for 12 reverse split on 7-11. Lickety split. Let's pull up that volume profile. Volume profile right here. Rebecca, enhance. It's good to have her back. It's good to have you guys back, and it's good to have this channel rocking. So right here, here's 3 main consolidations, right? We have this $3 to $6 consolidation, secondary. Then we have the main consolidation right here, $8 to $12 preference pending. That's the main consolidation. Look how much volume that is. This is the Mac Daddy right here. And then we're starting a new profile right here. Here's fresh lines on that. Rebecca, let's go ahead and enhance even more. So here's the lines. These are potentially front side lines. As long, if 1950 is the high, which I don't even know, but these are front side. This is the front side volume profile right here. We're looking at that. Now, if this thing just sells off or we have some disruption in this range, we're not going to get this clean of a profile. So we want to save this. We track the front side volume, and that's what we're doing. So here's some significant lines after today's trading. Now, where's the candles? Candles are way back over here. We particularly don't, we like the candles, but we want to trade that volume, right? In our opinion, the volume is the integrity of the chart, like we said. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and pull executions. Hopefully everyone stayed safe on this today. This thing was just a wrecking ball on the short side. We shorted it. We stayed away. We stayed away from it on the front. Now, I'm not going to lie. Day 1, day 2, we were red. This thing wrecked us, changing rules. I don't know what else to say. Today, better risk management, getting a better strategy. Now, I only want to make videos when we have monster moves. If you go to our YouTube channel, Wolf Trading, or our Discord room, or our Twitter account at Wolf Trading, we post charts, we post videos all the time. But here we are today with this monster move. We're sizing in here. We had a 50-cent scale strategy, so I had put a starter on just under 17. Adding first add $7.50, adding second add $8. We took a partial fill right here. I think we took like 26% of the fill. I don't have executions up. I think we took like almost 30% of what the fill that we wanted, and then we came out right here into this flush at VWAP. I took a quarter off, and then I took a half off. So that left me with 1 quarter left. And I let this one carry a little bit. There's plenty of downside range. Look at this thing. I mean, we opened up at $14. I'm going to keep a quarter on, especially when I'm in that money. Now this thing starts to push up. I kept my $17.95 order out, and then it came back up and it filled the rest. So now I have a full fill. So I didn't want to add back. That's not technically a recycle to me, even though we are recycling shares, but this was the planned scale. I'd had the opportunity to, again, take a quarter off of the new average, and then we're putting a lower high right here. Now, when I see a lower high, and then just look, this thing slams down, it kind of comes back up, and then just bases, and it looked like a lower high. and I'm going to take another quarter off. Now, this whole time I had an in-the-money stop, even here too. When I start to take some profit, I want to bring my stop down into the money, and at that point, the trade is risk-free. Now, we're still trading front side. We could still be front side even after today. I mean, this thing, the float is just, I think it's 1.2 million float. This thing could get legs at any time, and the volume traded today was not much in compare. Today we traded 6.1 million. Day one, this thing traded, sorry, I'm trying to get my data right. Where's it at? Okay, so today we traded 6.1. Day one we traded 21.4 million. So we only traded a quarter of the volume today, and we're still pushing, right? That's a potentially institutional chart. This thing is at volume divergence. We're just going to be cautious on it. So here we are. We're stopping out in the money on that last quarter, and then I'm just going to let this thing do its thing. I was looking to take a piece here at potentially 19, but I was just watching the order flow at this point. Then we push up again, and I do want to take some right here at 19. I'm at 1850. I chose not to take 1850. We're taking some at 19. I didn't like the order flow. Now, this is new for me, but I took half of this off automatically. I just trimmed it down, added it back. So I know it was only, the difference between 1911 and, I gained about 10 cents on that, just relatively new for us, but we want to get faster on these keys. We want to be faster than the competition. I don't want to go into too much detail on this video, but again, we're taking a partial fill at 1944, and then we're just letting it be, and then it's coming back, and then we're taking the remainder of the fills. So we got some fills here, and I'm just taking these off like 8th, 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 8th. Just want to protect myself. This thing's already, look how ridiculous this thing is. It's up from 14 bucks. We're trading at 19. I'm just gonna I want to take that profit when I can, and I probably did take a little bit too much, but you know what? I want to protect myself in case we push to 20, because if we do push to 20, I want to add this liquidity back, and that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of a push. I took a long scalp right here. I took some longs today, actually, for the first time. We're trying to get a new strategy in there, but I did go long right here, 1850, and then just sold it off at 1867. That little long scalp, winner, and then put a starter back on. First ads, second ad, again, trimming down, eighth, eighth half, I believe. And then that's it. I missed this flush. Oh boy, I got sick to my stomach. I was like, oh man. But you know what? I'm not going to get any FOMO. I'm just going to trade my plan. At this point, some guys in the room, shout out to Georgie and Afghan, guys in the room just really leveling up. We're just talking order flow, talking charts. These guys are some really talented traders. We're excited to have them in the room. And then I put together a scaling strategy, again, right here at 1830, 1826, something like that, 1824. I had some more ads up here, which ultimately did get filled. Just trying to get size up top, taking half off, and then just getting greedy. I should have taken this flush. This was a nice flush right here. Guys in the room just killed it right here and down here. It was just a great day in the room. But again, noticing, taking half off, had a low target at 1650. Saw this push right here. This was a strong indication that we're going to go higher. We based around VWAP, right? Lower high, or higher low, and then pow. And then I'm just waiting for the exhaustion down here. I'm noticing that we're not breaking down to get that second retest of VWAP. So I just kind of felt it, and I got flat. So I got flat right here at 1817 on half of my starter right here. And then this thing starts to push. Now this was a massive push. If you guys were trading this end of day, this thing was scary. It looked like it was going to go to the moon. T-9. I mean, this thing just launched up. But this is the scaling strategy from this starter. So I got the starter off for profit, and that's good, right? We'll take that, and then we'll push back into the normal scaling strategy. I even had one more. My largest size was at like 914. This scale right here, these three ads, right, because I already got rid of the starter, I had an 1880 average. So after this little push right here, my average coming off at 1880. Some guys in the room and myself, we were just trying to be cautious on this one, because this thing should just push, squeeze everybody out, gap up tomorrow. We never know. So I took half the position off for break even, small profit off that 1880 average, which is up here, and then I went half, quarter, and then I took the last little bit off, quarter or even less right down here. But I mean, this thing at 9 minutes to close and then 2 minutes to close. This thing pushed $1, came back $1. Look, we capitalized on that. So it was $1 move in like 3 minutes. We'll take that. We're happy with the trade overall. This is a difficult short. Like I said, this thing traded from $14, closed at 18. We shorted it all day for profit and took a small little scalpy on the long side. So that's a good, we'll take it. Next trade, let's go to LCI. LCI was a great trade as well. LCI, we got caught on the front side. This thing's just been moving for a couple weeks now. There's been some big market participants in this on Twitter getting vocal, some lawsuits and all that, blah, blah, blah. We don't pay attention to that. We pay attention to price action, right? It's a pharmaceutical company. We can see there's 40.4 million shares closing today with the 564 million market cap. And then I want to know what's ATR on this, right? The average 90-day true range on this is 58 cents. And that's with a little generous push from the last 14 days. So it's relatively in play today. The relative volume against the 90-day, 2.3 or 236%, the average volume against the 90-day average. These are numbers that I want to know. I want to look at these numbers at a glance and get a little picture. My little Picasso of a picture like that. I want to know, right? It hits the scanner, it hits the room, right? A couple guys in Wolf Trading, boom, LCI. I pull it up, and these are just the numbers that I want to know. I have the news down here, and this is my stock highlight chart, right? Company growth, right? Stock highlights, boom. You can put in your scripts right here. That's how I do it. A little pro tip for you newer guys. Not that it's really that much of a tip. Also, too, I put my scanners, my scan searches over here. These are custom scans, and I can just roll through the scans fairly quick. And it helps me to just be fast, right? Speed is king. Back to the trades. LCI. Now, LCI, let's pull up the daily chart right here real quick. I wanted to show you guys I was patient on this. I took a couple small losers on the front side here. As you can see, it's pushed from $6 up to 15. I did take some losers on this, but I waited patiently. Here's the 1 year chart. Now look at where the volume is. You can see these consolidations right here. This is a bull chart, right? We have two main consolidations here, right here and right here. Now, there's not too much overhead on this chart. Let's pull up the 3 year chart. The 3 year chart is my HDF chart. This is my higher time frame chart. This is my go-to secret sauce. I want to know what's going on the 3 year chart. Not particularly the candles. I want to see this volume profile right here. So let's just go ahead and Rebecca enhance. Thank you so much. So now we're pushing right here. Now, some shorts could have got, in theory, some shorts could have got stuck right here at 15, looking at this technical possible resistance. But guys in Wolf Trading and myself included, we want to look at the volume. Candles, you can just push those to the side. We're taking a look at this volume profile right here. And as you can see, not so much volume. There's not much resistance right here. We start to get in. This is really, really technical right now. This is like tick by tick. We're looking at 1550, and then I put a level at 1599, and then this little bit. This is a secondary consolidation right here, 1628 to 1681. And on Monday, I told the guys that I want to get short if we can push to 1548, and we did. I had to order out at 1548. Ding, ding. We get a fill. Bam. Then I'm just taking some off. Now, I got such a great fill. This thing just instantly slam, boom, bam. I'm in the money. Now, when I get in the money this large, this fast, the last thing I want to do is start pushing buttons. I want to let the trade develop, and I want to see if I can take the meat out of the move. And then this thing started coming back, and I had it on side watch. I wanted to get more size in up higher, and I felt like this was a good trim right here. I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I didn't have orders out up here. I had orders low. And then we pushed. We got this little wick, and I'm watching this. Now I got eyes on this trade right here. And I saw this opportunity right here. And again, I'm like, man, I should have trimmed. This thing looks strong. We've got a buyer on the bid at vwap here and here. And luckily, it came down and gave me another opportunity. And I gave it a second. I gave it, what candle is this? I gave it a minute or 2 minutes. And then on the way up, I smacked the ask. I hit that offer, and I got out. A good majority of the position. I saved a little bit for the all-day fade, which I had to take. I should have took it off at the close. I should have, would have, could have, but I didn't. I let it go into the after hours, and then I had to take it off on the spread. But it's still a good trade. LCI will take that. It's a winner-winner. Cars, CARS. It's just some good trades today. Cars, let's just take a quick look. Hope everyone had a great week, man. This was a tough week. Definitely a sentiment shift in the market. We got some money coming in on the long side. So Cars is a larger company, Interactive Medical, 66.67 million shares. You know, it's a $700 million cap. It's a legit company. It's trading high. So it's above 10 bucks. I gave it a little bit of room. I wanted to see where it was going to go. Didn't want to get cute and try to mess around with this on the front side. I don't know too much about the name or the news, but I'm just watching the order flow and watching the tape and technical resistance, right? Just building that lickety-split profile. I like the opportunity here. I liked what the tape was showing at $11. I gave it a second, and I hit it. I smacked it right on the way down. I think I top-ticked it. The bid came up, and I gave it a little nudge to the downside, and then this was I set this target out. So I took half the position off at 1081, just right here off this line, 1080. 1079, 1080, you can see this micro support line, and I just put half of the liquidity right there. And then I got a little slippage on my stop, but I brought my stop down to like 1102, I think, and then they pushed up and took me out. And this was a miss right here. So this is a triple top, 11, 11, 11. There was opportunity here for a re-entry, especially right here. Nice flush. Looking at the volume, that was a battle candle, right? Look at that volume down there on this candle right there, right? That's integrity, right? We want to respect that. Looks like sellers are in control. Then we get a nice little grind up. Here was the entry. This was the opportunity to get back in, and I missed it. No worries. I still like the line, though. I still like that $11 line. I let this thing do its thing. No way I'm going to sell this thing sub VWAP. Like I said, I don't know too much about it. It comes pushing back up. Now I got eyes on it right here. Once it gets to like 1090, 1091, whoop, bring that thing right on main watch, and I'm watching the tape. I did get an $11 fill. I don't remember if I hit the bid or not. It looks like I just kind of passively put the order out. And then I'm into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes of chop. And I did not like this. This was not enjoyable. I thought this thing was going to go up higher. And I remember when we got this push right here and we're kind of basing on top of 11. We had a bid proper there at 1101 or 1103. I don't think the guy wanted to get filled because he pulled the rug and got a little snappy nap. And then I took some fills. Half, again, just waiting, just giving it that 30 seconds. Is it going to dump? I had orders out at 82 and 72 right here in this area, and it wasn't going to happen. So I took the second half off 45 seconds later, and I got that 1097 and 1098 break-even trade, wash trade minus commissions, flat trade. But then I made the right choice. This thing pushed higher. Now, normal Wolf would have just been in this adding, and adding, but that's not how we do it now, right? We took a beating on FRAN day 1, day 2, and we are more risk adverse. We want to trade more professionally. You're going to see better trades out of me, and you're going to see better trades out of the guys that trade with us. We're just going to be leveling up, baby. That's what we do. We want to level up every single day. Speaking of leveling up, let's go to the last trade, MTSL. MTSL, some guys in the room couldn't get borrows on this one. This was a tough trade too. We didn't trade it the best. I actually went long on this. Let's pull it up. Let's take a look. MTSL. Software application, 3.294 million shares outstanding, right? So we got a micro float on that. Look at this thing, baby cap, 5 million on the cap after today's close. Here's a 3-year volume profile, which we like. And let's take a look at the 5-day, 5-minute chart real quick. So look at the volume, not much volume, and then we just get a little right after hours. Looks like it could have been news yesterday, a lot of news. So the majority of the stuff could be news. I don't remember too much about it. I was focused on FRAN today, but I did trade the order flow, and let's just go ahead and take a look at that. So again, I had some lines out. Here's my lines as well. All these lines are before market open. And these are off the 3-year volume profile, right? These is off the 3-year chart. We get these lines off of the Jumbotron, the 3-year chart. Real quick. Here's the 3-year chart. Look at this thing, man, just wicking, right? This thing just gives it all back. Look at this, from 650 back down to $3 in one day. Look at the volume. Look at the volume spike here. This thing is in play today, baby. And then look, the main consolidation is 161. Rebecca, let's enhance this. Last trade of the day, 160. That's a DP, decision point on the HTF chart, and 319, right? This is the main consolidation, right? This is fair market value, and we're gapping up into that resistance. We gapped up from like a buck, right? So we gapped up into 160. In theory, this thing should have got slammed down. It did not, so we're going to trade it in this zone. I wanted it to get a little bit higher. Shout out in the room, pre-market, I wanted this thing at low threes. I had orders out. I had my size out, 294, 298, and 314, I believe. We didn't get it, so I took a tiny piece right here, 263, and the tape looked a little, I guess maybe I just wanted it to be strong. I scalped it all off, all of it. Took it all off for like a 3-cent winner, baby. I guess that was just me begging for more strength because that's where my size was. I had this trade all planned out. It didn't work out. We slammed down without me, but I'm not the kind of trader that's just going to push buttons on the way down. That's not how I trade. So I missed a move, and then we caught some micro support here, right on top of pre-market volume, and then this thing slams down, and I actually took a little long right here. This is a tiny little long from 216, actually a little bit more than tiny, to 217. I got scared again, right? I'm not a long seller, but we are working on our long strategy. I took a little long scalp right there for break even, and then this thing starts to push up. Now I know how to trade this when we get a little push up into majority of the resistance. I set some ads out, and then I did get some fills down here, more so than I got in the beginning of the trade. And then again, just protecting myself in case this thing wants to push up. I had an average about 230, and taking profit down to 207, little scalp, and then this thing just sells off again without me. Now, once we got down here, I noticed that we didn't really just bust through 160. You can see that higher time frame line at 160, right here at 161. It's holding it. So I went and I took a long. It wasn't working out, so I cut it, and we start to push again here, and I put another order out for a long. I got filled, and this thing just it's not working, so I cut it at 155. So not the best long seller. We're working on it though, and we're going to develop that strategy. So those are the trades: FRAN, cars, LCI, MTSL, all winners. Let's go ahead and see what could be running tomorrow. So here's a Wolf Trading Discord room. We're application only. We got a great group of guys in the room. If you're interested in joining the room, contact myself or Elliot, our moderator, and we can send you a Wolf Trading Discord package, baby. We'll get that application out to you. It's talent-based only. It's not a monetary room. We just want talent. If you got talent, we want to talk. So send me a message. Links down below. RUHN could be in potential play Monday. This thing just kind of wedging and just going sideways. It's holding levels, so we like that. We got it on watch. APRN, I remember looking at the stock. 931 was my line, and it just kind of sold off low volume. If we can get a spike, I like this type of potential manipulation. This is what we like. We don't like the manipulation. We like the participants that come in after the manipulation. That's who we like to compete against. FRAN, now this thing's trading at like $19, $19.50 was the high today. I think it's day 4. We got eyes on this thing. Let's see what this can do. I didn't hold any shares. A couple of guys in the room are swinging this short. Let's keep our fingers crossed for those guys. This is a tough trade. Let's just hope this thing dies, or let's hope it gets some more strength, and we'll play it again tomorrow. OPGN, honestly, too, FRAN, I didn't see any overhead supply. I don't think there's any overhead supply or dilution in effect. That's just my opinion only. OPGN, low volume, thin, but it's holding levels. This is a nice push relatively to the volume. We got this on watch in case some volume can come in. NVAX, man, this thing is just holding levels as well. Higher, low. We got this on watch. We think that this has potential. We're just going to keep it on watch. MTSL, we talked about. This thing just sold off. We missed the majority of the move. I mean, we agreed on the trade. Then we tried to take a couple longs down here, and it looks like we did get that snap under that decision point. So we got 161 as our line, and then DRAD. DRAD was just a massive sell-off. and this thing had a really nice spike. A little chat room pump. A couple guys in the room caught it. Congratulations and a shout out to those guys. I missed it personally. And last but not least is cars. Look at this thing just shooting up. This thing is going to be on watch for sure. Number one watch. I mean, potentially on Monday, we're going to have eyes on it. And that's it right there. So hopefully everyone had a great week, stayed safe. We had a massive amount of money coming in. We love that. And then, guys, make some time for studying this weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.